Today's presentation is democratic rights. So in this chapter we are going to study about the rights that became fundamental rights, and also they are called democratic rights because they are written into a law in a democratic country, so they are called democratic rights. For this we are going to study first three examples to explain the importance of rights in a person's life. So first example is of prison in Guantanamo Bay. So Guantanamo Bay is a detention camp of US military, is a prison of US military in Cuba, not in USA but in Cuba. About 600 people, they were secretly picked up by the US forces from around the world, and they were put up in this prison without any reason. But the US called them the enemies of USA because they linked them. That means the USA linked those 600 people who were secretly picked up by US forces as the enemies of USA, and they linked them with the attack that was on US on 11th September 2001. The government of the countries, they were not asked or informed about their imprisonment. Even the government from where those persons were being picked up, they were not being informed. Families of the prisoners, media, or even the UN representative, United Nations representatives, they were not asked or informed about their imprisonment. Nobody knew why they were being picked up, when they were being picked up. There was no trial before any magistrate in USA, nor they could approach any courts of their country. So those persons, they were not allowed to approach their own country also. The prisoners, they were not even released after they were officially declared not guilty. Amnesty International, it is an international human rights organization. This international organization reported about that incident in media. They reported about the torture that is being levied out against those persons, that was against the US laws. And also they were denied the treatment the war prisoners are provided. Actually, when war prisoners are there, they are also provided certain better treatment than those persons, those who were detained by the US in the name of the attack on US on 11 September 2001. So this is the first example of violation of human rights. Now second example, this is about the citizens' rights in Saudi Arabia. So that is the position of the citizens in Saudi Arabia. Some of the situation nowadays have better as compared to previous situation, but still Saudi Arabia is ruled by a hereditary king. Hereditary king is there. No elections are held in that country. People have no role in election or changing their ruler. Second, the king appoints legislature, executive. He appoints even the judges and can make any changes as he like. No party or organization can be formed in that country. There is no provision of anybody to form any kind of organization without the consent of the king. Even media can't report anything if monarch does not like. So whatever monarch allows, that is being printed in the media, and nothing else can be reported in the media. No freedom of religion is allowed there. Every person there has to be Muslim. Only Muslims are allowed to profess their religion in public. Non-Muslims, if they are residing there, they can follow the religion only in private. Women are also subject to public restrictions. Previously they were not allowed to vote. Even the voting of women, they were considered one vote would be equal to that of 2 women, but now that situation has been solved. Women can vote. Now note, there are many countries in the world where conditions like Saudi Arabia still exist. Second is about the third slide is about Yugoslavia. There was an ethnic massacre in the city of Kosovo. So Yugoslavia is a country where Serbs and Albanians live, but Serbs are in majority and Albanians are in minority. Serb elected leader Slobodan Milosevic, he tried to dominate the country, and he wanted to the Albanians to leave the country or accept the dominance of the Serbs. When this was not being accepted by the Albanians, so brutal massacre took place in Kosovo. That is the area where Albanians were dominant. So in that area, thousands of people were killed in that massacre. Several other countries, they tried to interfere. They intervened to stop the massacre. Milosevic lost the power. He was tried in the International Court of Justice against humanity, and as a result of the interference of other country, Kosovo was the majority of the Albanian area that was declared independent in the year 2008. So these are the three examples that shows how the rights in one or the other form is not being provided to the people, and it also shows a desire for a system where security, dignity and fair play means equality, that should be assured to citizens. No one should be arrested without proper reason and information, and if it happens, he or she should have a fair chance to defend himself or herself. So this should not be only on the paper. It doesn't mean that it is written on the paper, it is written in the law, but it is not being implemented. So there should be someone to enforce them and punish those who are violating them. So this is the spirit behind the rights. So why we need rights is the main reason, and for that three examples are being given to explain the reason. Now, meaning of rights. Now, as you can understand very well from the previous 3 slides examples, rights are the reasonable claims of a person over other fellow beings, the society or the government. The claims, whatever I am claiming, other person is also claiming, so there should not be clash between the claim of me or the other person. So claims should be such that can be made available to others also in the same equal measure. A right comes with an obligation to respect other rights. That means if I'm asking for a right, it should be with obligation. That means I should also respect the others' rights also. Socially accepted claims, rights, if they are written into a law in a democracy, they are called democratic rights. So meaning of the rights. So rights are the reasonable claims of a person recognized in a society, sanctioned by the law. If someone or government do not respect their rights, it is called violation of the rights. So in such case, we can approach courts in that case, and if we are able to approach court in that case, so that decides why we need the rights. So why there is a need for rights? Number one, they are the very substance of democracy, like right to vote. I should have the right to elect my representative. So that is the first need of right to elect a government. Second, the right should protect the minorities from the oppression of the majority. So minorities, they need to be protected because their demands are not accepted mainly by the majority. Third, they are like guarantees which can be used when things go wrong. If something goes wrong, I'm sure that I have a guarantee that I am going to be provided that right because of law. Most democratic countries have written the basic rights of citizens in their constitution. So whatever the rights I am asking, they are written in the constitutions. And when these rights which are given to every citizen in a democracy for their development and are guaranteed by the constitution, they became fundamental rights. So fundamental rights are those rights that we as a citizens are claiming, and those, if they are written in the constitution, they became our fundamental rights. That means they became our basic rights. So they became basic rights, so they are called fundamental rights. In India we are having 6 fundamental rights. Previously there were 7, but now we are having 6 fundamental rights that are recognized by our constitution. Number 1, right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies.